Are energy drinks like Monster any worse for you than drinking a few cups of coffee? We're going to lift the curtain to learn how Monster Energy was created, why some people despise them, and whether or not that hatred is justified. Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. We've all heard about the energy drink Monster. In today's video, we're going to talk about how Monster Energy became the second highest shareholder in the energy drink market after Red Bull. Our journey starts with a crazy juice company called Hansen's Natural, which you may have heard of. I've known about that company all my life, but I never would have guessed that they came up with Monster. Yet, Monster actually developed from the deep roots of a juice company. In 1935, Hubert Hansen and his three sons founded a fresh juice company in California called Hansen's Fruit and Vegetable Juices. They opened a location in Los Angeles and sold their delightful unpasteurized fruit juices to Hollywood film studios. Orange, carrot, apple, strawberry, and banana juices, as well as other mixes, were available in their line. But selling juice to movie studios was just the beginning for Hansen's. Hubert and his three sons worked tirelessly throughout the 1930s to improve their product, build a distribution network, and eventually become one of the top juice suppliers in Southern California. But they didn't stop there. In 1946, they established a new manufacturing facility in Los Angeles to help meet the rising demand for their product. Each week, they brewed over 35,000 gallons of fresh juice, with the majority of it remaining in Southern California while awaiting distribution. By the 1940s, Hansen's was firmly established in the West with a growing presence on the East Coast and Hawaii. However, the Hansen family faced a difficult year in 1951 when founder Hubert Hansen passed away, leaving his three sons in charge of the business. While they did an excellent job, it was Hubert's grandson, Tim, who took the Hansen name to the next level in 1977 when Tim Hansen started his own company. Tim founded his own distinct fruit juice company, Hansen Foods Incorporated, in 1977 and expanded the Hansen brand. Hansen Foods Incorporated specialized in pasteurized shelf-stable juices and nutritious sodas. In 1978, Tim established a division of Hansen's Foods called Hansen's Natural Sodas because the all-natural sodas were selling so well. By the middle of the 1980s, their sales had topped an estimated $50 million, but even with those high sales, it wasn't enough to pay back the loans for a new factory. So in 1988, they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which, given how well they were doing, sounds like a terrible turn of events, but this course of action is what set them on the path to developing their billion-dollar products. On July 27, 1992, Hansen's was acquired by an investment group. A man named Rodney Sachs joined that investment group and became their new CEO. Although they were losing money at the time, Sachs believed the brand's longevity and name recognition would be worth banking on in the future. Revenue increased to almost $21 million when CEO Rodney Sachs listed them on the NASDAQ that year, but it wasn't until 1997 that they got their footing and had a surge in sales. This was because of their new Functionals brand, which was sold in lean 8-ounce cans. When you need a boost right away, Hansen's new line of energy drinks priced for approximately $2. By the following year, in 1998, their functional line accounted for 1/4 of Hansen's sales, which reached an all-time high of over $54 million. So you can probably guess where this is headed. It seems logical that after Hansen's introduces a line of energy drinks that quickly become their best-selling item, they would then launch Monster and deep dive headfirst into the rapidly growing energy drink market. However, things weren't quite that straightforward, since the one thing I didn't realize about Monster was that Hansen's only developed it out of necessity, not because they wanted to, but rather so they wouldn't be left behind by Red Bull and Rockstar. Hansen's created their own line of natural energy drinks in response to Red Bull's 1997 US debut, grabbing an initial 50% share of the market. For a brief period, they were neck and neck, but by the 2000s, the energy drink industry had exploded, and Red Bull now held 75% of the US market, along with more than 50 other brands trying to join the bandwagon. At this point, Hansen's market share was just over 8%. Hansen knew they had to act quickly and consulted with a variety of marketing and branding experts before coming to the sad but enlightening realization that the Hansen brand itself was inconsistent with and just plain wrong for the energy drink market. They knew they could no longer compete when Rockstar launched their 16-ounce cans in 2001 and sold them for the same price as Red Bull, really throwing a monkey wrench into the industry. What do you believe would set these three businesses apart from one another? Taste? Oh sure, it was a major factor, but taste is something that all three of these are fairly good at. The name Hansen's was too decent for the energy drink market, so in 2002, Hansen's rebranded their energy drinks to Monster Energy. If you were planning to buy your first energy drink, which one would you buy? For many people, the answer would be Red Bull because it has the catchiest name and implies that drink really gives you energy. This name was excellent because it suggested that the energy drink was truly amazing and that drinking it would turn you into a monster. Additionally, because of its distinctive branding, which featured eye-catching neon green claws against a black background, their market share skyrocketed as more and more people began to switch to this product. Therefore, in 2002 they formally introduced Monster and gradually but surely began their climb to the top. By 2012, Hansen's had truly created a monster, one so big it swallowed their company whole. But in a good way, on January 5, 2012, Hansen's announced they'd officially changed their name to Monster Beverage Corporation. The shareholders felt it made more sense for the company name to reflect their most profitable products, which was and still is Monster. They started trading under the new symbol MNST and issued an additional 120 million shares of stock, doubling the number of shares that were accessible. Since then, the number of shares has been steadily increasing. But the main reason Monster was able to expand so quickly was because they were successful in identifying their target market, which wasn't made up of individuals who were worried about the natural stuff but rather were risk takers. Now all that was required was the ideal marketing plan. Monster sponsored everything from skateboarding to ultimate fighting to assist these law-breaking hooligans advance their activities and live life on the edge. Previously, they took the safe route and portrayed it as a natural energy drink. This change in marketing strategy will invite criticism because some will claim that Monster is taking advantage of the global party culture while ignoring any potential health risks it may pose to these individuals. However, Monster didn't worry because as a result of this change in strategy, their sales had also increased significantly, and they have been able to compete with Red Bull's dominance. In 2018, a video concerning the alleged connection between Satan and Monster energy drinks was extensively shared on social media sites like Twitter. In a brief presentation at a book fair, Christian activist Christine Weick, whose critique of Monster Energy's advertising first surfaced in 2014, attempts to remove the blinders by interpreting the company's logo and marketing tactics. The presentation's video has been viewed roughly 11 million times. She insisted that the logo of the Monster energy drink is like the Hebrew letter VAV, which has a variety of meanings depending on the context, has 3 different interpretations, and is not the 13th letter of the English alphabet. Weick has determined that one of the meanings is a sign for the number 6, so she has concluded to spell out the number 666, or the mark of the beast, on the can. She then draws our attention to the Monster slogan, Unleash the Beast, which she suggests may be a reference to the creatures from Revelation released from the sky, the sea, and the earth. She continues by saying that, even if you don't believe her explanation for the letter M, you still can't dispute that the O of the Monster logo has a Christian cross that is hidden, and when the cross is turned upside down, it means witchcraft. Monster Energy spokesman Mike Citrick emailed a statement to the Post saying many other reputable companies and brands have been victimized by similar variations of complicated devil theories that have always been proven to be absurd. He specifically mentioned that those who came up with instances may be insane, obsessed, or just someone who wanted to damage the reputation of a well-known company. There have been a few controversies and problems involving Monster drinks, but the parties involved always come up with inventive solutions since they are professionals at turning setbacks into marketing opportunities. This devilish notion merits none of those adjectives. Despite criticism of its visually appealing logo, the quality of its product, and its core business principles, the company has endured and even grown. They appear to understand the psychology of consumers and have tapped into their concerns. So guys, this is it for today. Hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like these.